Terrorism, it's a word that sends shivers down spines and prompts panicked calls for action. But is it the existential threat we're led to believe? Spoilers, not really. Throughout history, we've seen horrific acts of terror. From the September 11th attacks to the Mumbai bombings. These events are tragic, no doubt, but they represent a tiny fraction of global violence. The goal of terrorism isn't mass casualties, it's mass hysteria. Terrorists are like that annoying kid in school who throws a tantrum for attention. They want us to overreact, to surrender our freedoms in the name of security. Think about it. More people die annually from falling coconuts than terrorist attacks. You're more likely to be struck by lightning while drowning in a bathtub filled with hair gel than die in a terror attack. Yet we spend billions on counter-terrorism measures while ignoring statistically more dangerous threats. Let's debunk some myths, shall we? Terrorism is an unstoppable force sweeping the globe. It's not some monolithic entity with unlimited resources. In reality, most terrorist groups are poorly funded and disorganized. They rely on surprise and spectacle, not overwhelming force. Another myth: terrorists are insane. Nope. They're driven by political or ideological goals, however misguided. And while their methods are abhorrent, their grievances often stem from legitimate injustices. Remember, understanding is not condoning. We can condemn terrorism while acknowledging its root causes. It's like trying to solve a roach problem by just squishing the ones you see. You've got to deal with the garbage attracting them in the first place. Let's talk numbers, baby. According to the Global Terrorism Database, terrorism accounts for less than 1% of all homicides worldwide. You're more likely to die from a heart attack, a car accident, or, as previously mentioned, a rogue coconut. So why the disproportionate fear? Because fear sells, and nobody peddles fear better than our old pals, governments and the media. Governments love a good bogeyman. It justifies increased surveillance, bloated military budgets, and policies that erode civil liberties. And the media, they're addicted to fear-mongering headlines that keep us glued to our screens. Terrorism is a psychological game. The real victory for terrorists isn't the body count, it's the fear they instill, it's the way they warp our societies, turning us against each other and eroding our values. So how do we fight back? Not by giving in to fear, we fight back by living our lives, by refusing to be terrorized. We fight back with reason, compassion, and a healthy dose of skepticism towards those who profit from our fear. Remember, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and maybe coconuts.